eat the French fries, we also need to eat the fries with the tomato paste together.
Yeah.
So after we know about the French fries production line, so here you can see this is the tomato paste production line. This line is for about 500 kg per hour for the raw materials tomato.
Yeah, this is the first machine.
Yes, you know, after this machine in the customer's factory, customer must have the many tomatoes in stock. So the first machine, it will need the elevator to lift the machine to the picking line. You know, after long time stock, the tomatoes will be maybe some will be bad. So customers need to use the picking line to pick out the bad ones.
Okay, so you mean you just need to pick out the bad one tomato in here?
Yes.
And then we will go ahead and to fall into here?
Yes, for this part we add according to customer's requirement. And you can also give your requirement for this picking line. We can also customize for you. And you can see here, this is the picking line. We use the PU materials. It's the food grade, better than the PVC materials. And after this picking line, here is also the air bubble washing machine to washing the tomato. You can see here it's a little different with
different with that one.
Yes. And you can see here in the bottom of this machine is a small hose on the pipe. For this small hose, it will also give the bubbles of this machine. Then it can make sure the tomato will be in the water, not in the bottom of this machine. And for this part, you know, in the big production, there will be the big capacity. So in order to make sure the raw materials can be go ahead, so here will be also the air bubble. This part will give the waters to push the tomatoes go ahead.
So you mean this air bubble washing machine is mainly for the tomatoes?
Yes, it's mainly for the tomato production line. We can also, according to customer, this machine according to customer's requirement for it.
Okay, how about the width of this machine?
It's 600 millimeter. We can also add the width according to your different capacity, different raw materials. You can see this valve is also use the recycled water. It can help customer to save the water. Okay, and for this part, after the washing, then there will be the elevator to link to the next machine. For this part, where we also use like this part, similar, but for this part we connected with the clean water. It can make sure we clean the tomatoes to make sure it's very clean when pushing the next step.
I can see there are also two fans in the lifting machine. So I'm very interested in this two fans. So you can add two fans on this lifting machine.
You know, after washing, there will be the water on the surface of the tomato. When we go to next step, we need to remove the water on the surface. So we add the fans on the air bubble washing machine, so it can remove the water. You can see we also use not the stainless steel materials. For it can make sure the tomatoes are not broken during the processing.
Okay.
And we can also add more fans according to customers' requirement. Maybe they want to add 3 fans or 4 fans. We just according to the customer's washing machine and for the lifting. Then we can add more fans for the customer's requirement. Okay, after the air bubble washing machine, then here is the crushing machine.
Crush? You mean this machine can crush the big tomato with the small?
Yes, right. You can see this is the crushing machine. For this machine, the main purpose is to crush the whole tomatoes into small pieces. You know, when the tomato go to the next step, we need to crush it into small pieces. You can see the crush piece here. In the hopper, you can see the tomato piece. It can crush the big tomato into small pieces.
So can this machine remove the skin and the seeds of the tomato?
No, this machine is mainly to crush the whole tomatoes into small pieces, not to remove the tomato skin and the tomato seed. For the later the pounding machine can remove it.
Oh, okay.
And after the crushing machine, you can see this is the screw part. For this part, you know, when this is the continuous tomato paste production line. So in order to make sure it's continuous working, so we add this screw part. It can connect it with this screw pipe. It can connect it with the preheating machine.
Okay. So when the tomato paste is into this preheating machine, so why there are so many tabs? How about the inside of this machine?
Inside of this machine is also like this U-type. It's U-type go and out is U-type. You know, this is a preheating machine. We connected this machine with the steamer. So we use steam to connect it to heat the machine. And why we use this U-type is better to heat the crushed tomatoes and make sure all the tomato paste will be heated.
But you mean this machine is located by steam?
Yes, by steam.
Okay. Is it possible for me to use the gas or the electricity?
For this machine, we use the electrical heat and for the steam heating. That is also according to customers' requirements for the factory. Maybe some countries the electric is very cheaper. So customers prefer to use the electrical heating. And for some customers, they prefer to use the steam.
So maybe we also need a boiler?
Yes, we need to use the boiler to supply the steam for the machine. Later we can still use the steamer in the factory.
Okay.
And you can see here is the pressure controller. You know, when working, we want to know the pressure in this machine. We can see it through this pressure page. And for this value, it's to the pressure value. You know, when the pressure is high through this pressure gauge, we can see the pressure is high. We can just open it. That we can make down the pressure in the machine. And all the machine is stainless steel level 4. And usually the preheating the temperature is about 80 degrees. Yes, it's also around 80 degrees, but it also depends on customer requirement for the processing technique.
Okay, so do you know how many minutes will the practice will be in this preheating machine? How many minutes? 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
This machine is continuous working. It means we can the crushed tomato can be go into this machine continuously, and all the time it can go, and then here will be out. It's continuously working.
Okay.
After this preheating machine, then here will be the tomato paste pounding machine. You can see this machine is a little bigger than the crushing machine. For this machine, it can pounding the tomato into paste, and it can also remove the tomato seed, the tomato stem, and the tomato skin. You can see the crushed tomato will through this pipe, through this hopper into this this tomato pounding machine. And for this machine, we have different models according to different capacities.
So you just now say this machine can remove the skin and the seed of the tomato juice. That's right?
Yeah, this machine it can make